Sister Wives latest news. Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Perhaps Kody Brown's exes Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown are as terrible as the Sister Wives star Kody Brown, who frequently acts like a loser. Both of these women are his legal ex-spouses. Christine has remarried to David Woolley off-screen. His ex-wives are currently taking to the internet to attack the patriarch. On Instagram, Christine poked fun of him by wearing a "I tried polygamy" t-shirt. It was clear in season 18 that she thinks Kody is an absolute failure in his roles as husband and parent, because she was very critical of him. Whenever Meri was in the company of the irritable polygamist, Janelle would unleash her frustrations on him while the cameras were rolling. One intriguing thing about Sister Wives season 18 was how it gave the ladies Kody knew a chance to shine. The Brown family dynamic was greatly affected by difficulties relating to the pandemic. It was especially hard on Kody and Janelle's relationship, which wasn't rock solid before COVID-19 started spreading. While it was encouraging that the ladies were able to express themselves freely, since bottling up feelings is never healthy, the atmosphere was toxic. The once sacrosanct marriage of Kody and his queen, Robin, felt like the only thing that could possibly go wrong. While Kody's generally viewed as the biggest problem in his plural marriage, his ex-wives aren't angels. They have also sinned. While Meri may have been uneducated at times, she was never malicious. For years, she seemed to miss Kody's very plain, hidden messages. In a million ways, he telegraphed the fact that he didn't love Meri at all. Kody didn't even offer her the more platonic kind of friendship that he enjoyed with Janelle. Meri should have realized long ago that there was simply no link between her and Kody. For her own reasons, or maybe because she misled herself, she kept trying to make things work. She thrashed a dead horse until it was just comical, and it was such a relief when she eventually bailed out on her spiritual union. It's interesting that strong Christians like Meri and the rest of the Brown family decided for divorce. While divorce isn't illegal in plural marriage circles, it's frowned upon. Also, it isn't something that the Bible recommends. People in polygamous relationships typically argue that they do it for religion, but maybe they have other motives too. Maybe the male wants authority over women, maybe the women want to be led. Everyone's different, and Meri did appear like a person who wanted to be led. Her impact was always quite mild. Meek doesn't always mean weak, but Meri should have battled her corner more. So many times, Kody injured her and she simply accepted it. Also, they additionally was fairly passive-aggressive with her fellow sister who was absent at her mom's although she made a show of being the woman's confidant. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, as Meri was too embarrassed to completely unload on her husband and don't miss any update, all the sentiments that she kept inside seemed to drag her down. It's better to have a fight and clear the air than plod on like a weary soldier in what's supposed to be a passionate relationship. Kody's spiritual connection with Meri felt like 100 years' war, and she should accept responsibility for it. She seemed to pretend she didn't grasp what he was attempting to get across. Of course, Meri understood. In combat, there's something called strategic patience. It's waiting it out in a measured approach in order to reach a goal down the line. Meri was really patient, but maybe her goal wasn't growing closer to Kody. Maybe it was continuing on the Sister Wives gravy train for as long as she could. Janelle knew that being ultra-cautious during the COVID-19 epidemic was crucial to Kody, but she flouted his instructions regardless. Sure, she had her reasons, but she must have understood that her decision to be more lax than him would have implications. Unfortunately, Kody sealed himself off from her during the epidemic because she and their kids wanted to follow CDC rules. Those recommendations weren't good enough for Kody. In Janelle's defense, his restrictions were extremely challenging to obey. She said, as per people. His rules limited what the kids could do. Kody advised the children to stay 10 feet away from their buddies. This didn't go down that well. Now that the pandemic crisis has eased, individuals may live much as they did before it started. However, the difficulties in the Brown family didn't dissipate as life got simpler. In fact, they escalated. If Janelle had obeyed Kody, who wanted his women to conform to patriarchy again, maybe they might have patched things up when his restrictions weren't as severe. Kody is a Capricorn, and they are pretty rigid when it comes to rules. Earthy Taurus Janelle is actually a terrific astrological match for Kody, but she's as stubborn as any other Taurus. When it came to the pandemic, she alleged that Kody made her pick between her kids and him. However, if Janelle and her kids had obeyed his laws, there would be no difficulty. No choosing would have been needed. Janelle grew stubborn. Kody crossed a line, and she simply dug in, finding a viewpoint on the whole pandemic issue and never veering from it. While Janelle's educated and practical, Kody wants step-forward wives. Janelle didn't think his approach is sensible, and that triggered her. She wouldn't do what he wanted, and that was that. Janelle, while in a plural marriage where a guy is meant to govern the family, wouldn't play ball. This set the setting for what Kody believes as yet another betrayal from the Brown women. Only Robin lives up to his high standards. When Janelle rebelled as a wife, it was really gone. It was just a question of time. Christine's a feisty Aries, and Aries women seek red-hot passion. They want the real thing, not sham romances. For most of them, infidelity is a deal-breaker. In fact, cheating will send them into a blind rage. With Kody, she was incredibly jealous, but she would never have deceived him. She only wanted genuine affection. Obviously, a lady with this disposition is a very poor choice for polygamy. Long ago, Christine should have realized that she wasn't cut out for this strange lifestyle. Sharing her boyfriend with Robin was pure misery for her, a hell on earth. When Robin entered the family, Christine's hopes and goals were dashed. While Christine recognized that she was in a plural marriage, the emotional realities of being replaced by a new and younger bride really ached. For that, she wasn't really prepared. Even Kody probably didn't understand how much his life, and dynamic with the other wives, would alter once he fell in love with Robin. For Kody, meeting Robin was a great moment. When faced with this kind of pure love, he was powerless. Kody would do anything for Robin, even if it poisoned his relationships with his other spouses. And it did. Christine was on the receiving end of this type of passionate abandon, Janelle and Meri too. Mooning over Robin like a teenager, Kody was not emotionally present for Christine. That type of affection is beautiful. It just has no place in a multiple marriage. In that context, it's a destroyer, burning through a family like a wildfire. On the flip side, Christine was meant to bury her feelings in some sense of holy suffering that puts women in polygamous relationships behind the eight ball. She didn't suffer in quiet. Christine wasn't diplomatic or rational. She would openly display jealousy in a family where she had to continue socializing with the other ladies, especially Robin. Christine couldn't contain her jealousy, and she did know that she was a part of a situation where other wives were in the mix. That's her problem, and Kody probably blames her for her lack of self-control. However, none of this matters anymore, as Christine found her real thing. She no longer has to worry about what Kody thinks or who he loves. That is a blessing. Kody's vulnerabilities pulled him down. Everyone has their failings and blind spots. With Kody, Robin was the reason why he often sank so low. He truly, really loves Robin, and even though he's been getting on her nerves in season 18, she seems to love him too. After the season started filming, she disclosed off-screen that she sought monogamy with him. That was a sort of unmasking for Robin, who'd acted as multiple marriages poster girl for years. Since Kody broke family rules for Robin, he kissed her before nuptials and helped her to pick out a wedding dress, which he never done for other spouses. He caused most of the family's troubles. The trouble is that he didn't simply emotionally mistreat 3 non-Robin wives, he also seemed to prioritize his kids with Robin. He went too near to Robin. Kody pushed away everyone else. Sometimes, he seemed like a dreadful human being, a terribly irritable, harsh and judgmental guy. He never seemed to perceive his role in anything, as though a serious case of narcissism made him seem ideal to himself. Kody appeared to look down on women who weren't Robin, going on fault-finding missions that highlighted his faults of character. These women produced his babies. They did his bidding for years. They became the adversary because that's what he wanted. While his spouses had shortcomings, so did he. It's almost like he was attempting to dehumanize his other spouses, as though some part of him knew that someday the family would implode. By going after these women and making them feel horrible about themselves, he could make a smoother break afterward. The bad blood would be so terrible that there was no going back. While Kody might not have consciously been aware of what he was doing, it's evident that, because he didn't love the others, he started emotionally injuring them. He caused difficulty so it would be easy to forget them when it was just him and Robin. Sister Wives Season 18 highlights the emotional dangers of polygamy. Plural marriage isn't just an eccentric decision that harkens back to another century. It's a circumstance that can leave people traumatized. In Season 18, all the women seemed stressed. Even the ordinarily grounded Janelle was very high-strung. Janelle needs to be provoked to a pretty extreme degree before she completely loses it. Since she's a Taurus, which is symbolized by the bull, visualize a matador waving a red scarf in front of that animal. What happens next? That beast goes insane. This plural marriage had to die, but the death throes seemed eternal. Even now, possibly for attention, or maybe for more real reasons, the Browns can't stop talking about what's happened. It's over, but they replay it on screen and online. When Kody, Robin, Meri, Janelle and Christine stop talking about what they've undergone, they'll really have developed. Until then, they'll always be lured back into the past. Oddly, it appears like Kody's the one who's hurting the most. However, he's probably playing his little violin. While Kody may exaggerate his feelings, or fake them totally, maybe the exes do the same sometimes. For ages, they knew which way the wind was blowing. There's really no way that they avoided the hard realities. Kody loved Robin, he neglected them and then lied about that. The truth was plain to everyone. So, while Sister Wives Season 18 has its overt demon, Kody, there are truly no angels here. It's basically a terrible narrative of ruin. Everyone behaved horribly at times. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.